All right. It's 102. We'll start now. So yeah, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. Some of you may be familiar with Cesar Rivez, our sales exec, and the one that usually leads these workshops. But he was unable to make it today, so I'll be stepping in for you guys. So yeah, I'm Spencer, and I work mainly in quality assurance. But today I'll be telling you a little bit about who we are, what we offer, and some new features that you can expect to see. So let's move on to the next slide here. And yeah, to start, we're not an ISO gateway or processor, but rather a software uh, development company, and we work for the payment services industry. We have a few different softwares, but Sound POS is our point of sale software, and it's the one that we're going to be focusing on today. As a company, we have three pillars that we like to hold ourselves to, and those are value, innovation, and support. So we pride ourselves in our value because we offer a comparable service similar to larger companies, but for a fraction of the cost. We also like to listen to our resellers and merchants for their feedback and try to integrate their suggestions into our software. And finally, we offer 24/7 hour support for any setup help or troubleshooting that you might need for our software. And as a company, we're based in Northeast Florida, Jacksonville to be specific, and have been serving thousands of merchants nationwide over the course of almost a decade. And just to note a little bit more about who we work with, it's mainly ISVs and ISOs and not the merchants directly. And moving on to the next slide, I'm going to go over more about our POS and its capabilities. So starting off, it offers a lot and is targeted towards small and medium-sized businesses. In the POS, merchants can have full control over their inventory and configure it down to the exact detail they desire. So for example, they can create custom taxes, product categories, sales, attributes, modifiers, and the list goes on. Secondly, the employee system is just as configurable, with the merchant being able to have as many employee POS users as they desire and be able to control specific things about each employee user individually, such as if they need to clock in before they log into the POS, and if perhaps maybe if the employee is underage, they can restrict the employee from selling products such as alcohol and tobacco. Our customers operate the same way. Merchants can have as many as they wish and have specific attributes added to each customer, such as customer discounts, price levels for maybe veteran discounts, um, account balances, custom gift cards, transaction histories, and the customer's address if the customer is going to, or if the merchant's going to be doing any shipping or delivering of products. Next is our sales tax, which is also pretty customizable. The merchant can create multiple tax categories that can be applied to any of their products. So for example, if the merchant is selling cigarettes, they can have a custom tax category that includes the local, state, and a unique tobacco tax. For items such as unprepared food, they of course can be tax exempt. And I think it's important to note that we have a really versatile and well-rounded reporting system that takes all of these factors that I just mentioned, like customer and employee and tax and inventory management data, and presents it to the merchant in a digestible format. The reports, they can go really in depth. So for example, you will have the normal transaction report will list out all your transactions and tell you the employee, customer, the subtotal, taxes, the status if it's paid out or not, or if it's something like a delivery, all of the items in the transaction, and other details such as discounts applied to the transaction and things like credit card approval details. On top of that, we have more specific reporting that can go into depth about which categories are doing the best, which items are getting voided and refunded or returned, how much taxes they're collecting, and inventory reports. And now a little bit about the back end of the software. It's cloud supported, not cloud based, meaning that if the terminal goes offline or if you have poor connectivity, your experience is not going to be compromised and the transactions will still be on the device. But when the terminal is connected to the cloud, pretty much everything that you do on the terminal is synced with it instantly. So all of your transactions, inventory data, and reports will be stored there. And with the cloud, you'll be able to access all of these things anywhere by logging into the web portal. The web portal is great because you can do all that you can do on the terminal and more, like importing products through Excel and exporting reports to Excel too. It's also easier to manage the backend stuff of the store, like maybe changing some configuration settings without having to compromise the availability of a terminal. And more about the processing. We're pretty much processor agnostic, meaning that you can choose whichever processor that you like with their software and it will be in compliance and work effectively. And then the software itself gets pretty frequent updates to include features requested by any of our resellers or merchants or to better the usability of the software. The cloud and the web portal are updated by us automatically, and since it's a website, the merchant reseller, they don't need to update or do anything to be on the latest version when accessing their respective portals. Next slide here, it's an example of what our software looks like. On the top left, you can see one of the handheld devices running Sound POS. Some of the popular ones are the PAX A77 and A920 Pro. Both devices run the software as you would find on the tabletop terminals, but in a nice and convenient form factor. Another cool thing about these handheld devices is that they have built-in scanners with them, so you can either use them to manage your inventory when stocking shelves, getting a new delivery of products, or something of that nature. Another application is for ID scanning. So if the merchant is selling something like lottery, tobacco, liquor, or anything that they want to age restrict, they can use one of these handheld devices to scan the barcode of their customer's driver's license and verify the date of birth. It will even tell the merchant if the customer is underage or if the ID is expired. The bottom left image is one from a terminal like the E700 or E800. These terminals are traditional tabletop POSes with touchscreens. Between the two, I prefer the E800, and it's because of its two front screens and with the bigger screen, we have made it where it can present all sorts of info. So, for example, when the terminal is not in use, you can run ads on special promotions that you are doing, like buy one, get one free, or any type of advertisement. The screen also doubles as a customer screen where they can see which items are being added to the transaction, the discounts they're getting, and their subtotal, taxes, and amount due. The two images on the right-hand side are of the web portal, so it can be accessed through a desktop or laptop computer, but a smartphone can also be used if on the go. And again, you have access to everything that you have on the device in the web portal. So a better look at the A77, it's quite slim and looks like a smartphone, and it's has really great portability. And then here's the A920 Pro. The difference between the two devices is that the A920 Pro has a built-in printer that allows the merchant to print receipts straight from the portable device there. And then finally, here's the E800. It's the standard top table terminal, and that larger screen is the one where the ads and items added to the cart are displayed. So more about the terminals that we support. They are mainly PAX devices, but we have been also integrating Nextgo and Deja Vu devices. However, the PAX devices, they're really great. They run Android 6 and have a good battery life. They are also able to be connected to pretty much any Wi-Fi network as well as have their own data. The countertop devices do have a bit more options for their ports, as they have Ethernet and multiple USB ports where you can connect things like a upgraded scanner, integrated scale, cash drawer, label printer, kitchen display system, things like that. And like I said before, the devices have cameras and scanners, and they can be used for all the scanning needs like barcodes and everything like that. Moving on, I'd like to go over types of merchants and industries that we cater towards. So the first main one is the food industry. So think fast food and kind of specialty food stores. such as hot dogs or taco stand or something like a juice bar. It's also important to note that we are not a full service dining pause, so we will not be able to offer table layouts, holding cards, or anything of that nature. The second main one is retail. Again, this is going to be for small to medium-sized businesses, like a thrift store, small grocery stores, and other places, maybe furniture stores, appliance stores, mattress stores, that sort of thing there. So, like I said at the start today, I want to go over two new features I can now use in Sound POS, that being buy one, get one sales and label printing. So for BOGO sales merchants, they'll be able to find this feature under the special pricing menu, and they will be able to utilize bulk pricing and reset exceeded threshold. And then for the label printing, merchants can print custom product labels using their own SKU, and it prints the product name, the barcode, and the SKU on the label there. Um, so let's start with the buy one, get one. The merchant is going to navigate to the special pricing menu of Sound POS. Then they are going to search their inventory using that magnifying glass button in the top left of the screen. This will prompt them with a navigation tool that allows them to search their entire inventory. And once they find their desired product, they can tap on its icon and select choose. This will bring them back to the special pricing menu where they can select bulk pricing, then percentage off, and give the percentage off as 50% off. Then after that, they'll be able to set the bulk pricing value to 2 units and select reset exceeded threshold. That means if a customer rings up 3 units, they're not going to get 50% off for all three, but rather just the first two. Um, Now looking at how this plays out on the sales screen, the cashier will ring up two of the items on sale, and SoundPause will automatically apply the buy one get one discount to the item. So now instead of paying full price for these two cigars, the customer will be paying the price of one single cigar, yet get two in return. This is about it for the buy one get one feature, but it is important to note that we'll be offering the ability to do buy one get one with different items in the future. So, for example, if a customer gets a bag of chips, they can get salsa for free. So stay tuned. Moving on to the label printing, though, the merchant will first navigate to the product page of the item. In this case, we're going to stick with the cigar as I think it has some pretty good applications for these custom labels. I say this because a merchant recently asked us if they could print their own labels for individual cigars that didn't have any barcodes, and now they can do it and more easily ring up items. Of course, this can be applied to any item without a barcode or SKU, and the size of the labels can be customized thoroughly too. So after they get to the product page, they will select more to get a list of advanced options, including SKU. So what the merchant would do is select the SKU field and then enter their own custom SKU. In this case, I used RNJ 001. After they add a SKU to their product, the merchant can select the printer icon next to the SKU field to print their barcode. And once they do that, a label will print out of their connected label printer and look like the image on the right. This is going to include the item name, barcode, and SKU. The label paper itself is also adhesive, so it will easily stick to like any surface, and in this case, it's the plastic wrapper on these cigars. And now I'll give us a live demonstration of these two new features, buy one, get one, and label printing. And also show you another feature of the software, and that's AirViewer, where you can remotely access these terminals here. And I'll get that set up for us right here. So AirViewer, it'll kind of give you a image of the terminal, and you can uh, even give your own inputs and everything like that. So it's pretty good. It's accessed through a website, and yeah, it allows you to interact with the terminal without being there physically, and also allows me to show you virtually how the software looks. So I'm just setting it up right now. All right, and I'll share my screen with you here, and here we go. All right, so this is the main menu of the pause, right? So since we're doing buy one get one sales, we'll first go to maintenance, and then we're going to select the special pricing icon right here. I already have this previous buy one get one sale in the pause already, but we can do a different one. So you'll go ahead and hit the search button up there. It'll give you a filter to narrow down your search. I'm going to select category and narrow it down by the category that I want. We'll do cigarettes, and then you can search. Now I'll show you all the items that you have in this category. And all you have to do is tap on one of them. So I guess we can do watermelon ice. And then you select choose. And now your item that you just selected will appear here, and you can see stuff like the price you charge and everything like that, and its SKU. Um, but for buy one, get one, you're going to go to bulk pricing. We have other special pricings like sale pricing. That's pretty normal sales, like you can do 5% off all bubble gum if you want. And then we also have time-based pricing. Um, and that's if you want to give a special discount on a day out of the week. So say if you want to give all milk uh, $1 off on Fridays, then you can do that by selecting it here. But we're just going to be focusing on the bulk pricing today. So firstly, I'm going to have my method selected as percentage off. And then I'll do my percentage off as 50%. And then I'm going to do the value as 2. And then I'm going to select reset exceeded threshold. So what all this means right here that I inputted is if a cashier rings up 2 of these items, then a 50% off discount will be applied to it. And that's the same as getting 2 items for the price of 1, of course, the BOGO. And then reset exceeded threshold. That means if the customer or cashier rings up 3 items, 50% off is not going to be applied to all 3 items, just the first 2. And that's it for the configuration for the sale. You just hit save, and it saves successfully here. And then you can go back to the main menu and go to the sales menu. Sales is right here. It's the first option. And this is how the sales screen looks here. You can also find and navigate through your products through a pretty good range of ways. So first, you can do what we did previously for the sales. You can hit inventory and search through all of your products there. You can do category entry where you can bring up custom items on the fly. And then, of course, you can use barcode scanning with a scanner, and you can scan the barcode of a product that you already have, and it will bring up in the cart there for you. But the last one, and the one that I'll be using, is the category search. It has all your categories on the sides here. And we'll just navigate to the category that we want, select it, and here's all the items that we have in that category. So the item that I gave the uh, buy one, get one discount to was this watermelon ice right here. So I can just go ahead and select it, and that will add one of these to the cart. You can see that it says the quantity is one, the price is $19.99. And then down here, it also has the subtotal, the tax, and upcharge if you want to do cash discounts or things of that nature. So you get a cheaper price with cash, and then you pay a little bit more for a card. Um, but we can select it again to add another one of these to the cart. And you'll see that the bulk discount is automatically applied to this item here. So it will say bulk discount of 2 items, 50% off. The quantity is two. The price is $20. It rounds up for the price, of course, because it was $19.99. Subtotal, $20. Tax, upcharge, all stays the same. And then you can go ahead and select pay. And here you have all the different payment methods. So cash, credit card, local gift cards. And then, of course, if you have any customers, you can set up a loyalty points program where customers can pay with loyalty and then account balances, so customer credit. Um, for the cash, you can do, let's do $50. So we input $50 into there. So the customer gave us a $50 bill. We can go ahead and select pay, and it will prompt us for a receipt. You can either print it to one of the built-in printers of the device. You can email it, do both, or do advanced printing where you can select a specific printer for it to go to, but we won't print off your receipt today. And then it will tell you the change due. That's about it for the buy one, get one sales here, but we can also go ahead and show off the label printing. So you'll go ahead and go back to the main menu of the POS and select inventory. And then you'll go ahead and select products. And here you can navigate through all of your inventory. And again, I like to narrow it down by category, and just so it helps you um, get through it a lot easier if you have a lot of products, of course. You select your category, hit search, and then here's all the products in this specific category. I'm going to go ahead and do the cigar again. So you can just select it. And now here's everything they can configure with the um, product. I'm going to go ahead and select more for the advanced options. And here you can see the SKU field. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap on it, and I'm going to enter in my own custom SKU. Let's do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hit enter, and now it has a SKU attached to it. And to print off the custom label for this item, you can go ahead and hit the printer icon, and it's going to prompt you for which label printer to print off to. In this case, we currently support the Brother QL-810W label printer, but in the future, of course, there'll be more options and more support. And then another thing to note is that the label printing feature is also going to be enhanced, where you can select if you want to include the price of the item, and then also if you want to do dual pricing, so the cash price versus the card price, and then also you can have a specific number of copies that you want to print off. So you can go ahead and select OK, and it goes ahead and sends the message over to the label printer and prints off the label. And yeah, that's about it for today. Let me get back to the presentation. And I think the last thing that I wanted to say was about our, let's see. Oh yeah, I just wanted to make y'all aware of our customer and reseller support once again. Let me pull up the slide here, and I will go ahead and present. So here is um, we're back at the slide. So yeah, um, we have 24/7 merchant support for any questions they might have, like setting up their label printer or configuring a buy one get one sale. And then we also have SoundHub, where documentation for all of our quick start guides can be found, and then also a YouTube channel, Sound Payments on YouTube, where you can find previous workshops like this one here, and you can go ahead and um, view those. Um, for resellers, we have more advanced support where you can be put in contact with someone like myself that can help navigate you through more challenging questions. And that is it for today. Thank you all for coming out to this workshop, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have in the chat. And I think we might have some there. So let me take a look at that. Michelle, it looks like you have your hand raised. Let me allow you to talk.
Hey, Spencer. Great job, by the way. Very thorough presentation. I was just hoping you could touch base on or just share a little bit on the new KDS.
Yeah, we can go over that, of course. Let's see here if I can pull up something. I can go back to the let me pull up a documentation for the KDS, and I'll be happy to go over that here. So yeah, the KDS, it's the kitchen display system screen, and it operates pretty much the same way as a printer and setup. It prints out receipts on the screen, and it can be used by um, these kind of fast food restaurants and everything like that. So let's let me get it for us. All right, I'm going to share my screen again, and this is actually the documentation that you can find on SoundHub. So this is one of the quick start guides. So here, this is kind of like the controller for the KDS and all the cables that come along with it. The screen here is the KDS itself, HDMI cable, USB-C cable, power supply, and so on. And the receiver you just plug in and connect it to an Ethernet connection. And you want to make sure that the Ethernet connection and the Wi-Fi or Ethernet that Sound POS is on is the same so that they can connect correctly. Moving on, you would just plug everything into the KDS from the receiver, and the KDS will power on. And I think I have the next steps for the software configuration. So it's pretty straightforward. You would just go to your settings and go to printer setup, select add to get a new printer. You would select network printer, give the printer a name. In this case, it was KDS. And then you would also give type in the IP address of the KDS, and it will have it in big fonts on the screen once you turn it on. So it's can't miss it there. Next, you would just enter in the port, which is always going to be 9100. And then you would just enable it, of course, here. And that's about it for the KDS. If you want to do a full receipt printed out on the KDS, you can do that. But you can also do it where it only prints out just the individual item. So it'll say hot dog or hamburger, and then also any modifiers that you have. So hot sauce, ketchup, lettuce, bun, stuff like that. It'll print out just on a single line. So it's a little bit easier to see for the kitchen. And to enable that, you have print local transaction turned off. Um, so it doesn't print out the receipt. But if you want the receipt to print out, then you can enable print local transaction. And then if you want specific items to be configured to the KDS where they show up by themselves on the instead of the full receipt, you would go to products here, and in this case, I had hot dog. You would select it, and then in the general settings, you would see order ticket, and then you can configure it to a custom printer, and you can save your changes there. And like I said, um, once you add a item to an order ticket, that means when it gets sent to the KDS, the only information that will be displayed on the KDS will say hot dog. It's not going to say hot dog, uh, 2.99, what kind of tax it has, and everything like that. So the KDS is nice. Let me see if I can get us a better image of the KDS real quick here.
Well, no worries if not. I'm in marketing, so I should have lots of those pictures and well, we've got it, up on the website and everything. So if you guys want to take a look there, or, I'll even post something on social media about it today, the collateral on the KDS. But thanks for sharing that document,
Yeah,
Spencer.
yeah, and of course that's available on the Sound Hub. Um, we actually use the Epson KDS and their protocols and everything like that. So this is the KDS that we use, and that's integrated into the software. And it operates the same way as you would find it on here. Oops, that's not a very nice image, but here's what it would look like with the order tickets and everything like that. Uh, let's see here. Um, I apologize for the screenshot not being very, very clear, but yeah, that one's not either. If you can kind of see, you'll see that each kind of receipt order ticket is separated by the priority. So the red is the highest priority, then yellow, and then blue. And it will have the um, item. So for example, like hamburger, and then below it, it will list out the modifiers. So any kind of modifiers that you add to the hamburger, so maybe extra patty, sauce, just to keep track of the inventory that way. Through the modifiers, it will be displayed there, and then also to have more customizable order tickets being sent to the kitchen. But yeah, the KDS is really straightforward. I apologize for not being as prepared for the KDS today, but yeah, it operates basically the same way as a printer, and it's can be quite utilized by the kitchen staff of a merchant. It's really good that way. Um, I think now we can move on to the questions that everybody had. So let's see here. Um, I see, Joe, you have a hand raised, so I'll go ahead and allow you to speak there.
Oh, you want me to speak?
If you'd like to. Sorry. I see that you have
Yeah,
a
I just have
question in
two
the chat.
questions.
Yes.
One, can I get a copy of this presentation? And can this software run on the Elite terminals yet?
Yes. Sound POS is on the leased terminals. However, Um, to be honest, the the Ellis terminals, they're not quite there yet. I'd say that the E800s are more preferable. They're a lot more reliable, and although the LS terminals they are a little bit sleeker and everything like that, I think PAX they're still working on making them uh, up to the same reliability and
We're
quality as all
just
the other
running
ones.
a promotion on the lease terminals, $49 a month for the the single one, and $69 a month for the one with the 3700 custom display on the back. And that will include your software.
Yes. Yeah, it's up to how you like it. I mean, of course, it's just a preference based on like styling
What
and
about the
everything like that.
700s? Obviously, the 700s you can run all the functionality of your software on, right?
Yeah, all the PAX devices, basically the
Uh,
E700s, E800s, the LS terminals, they run Sound POS and they're fully compatible. You have access to all of our features,
with
of
the
course. But I'm just saying personally, I think that the E800 uh,
800 is like a
is the best.
yeah,
Just
it looks like a big tabernacle. And it's pretty much obsolete, you know. I mean, it's like 5 years old or something like that.
yeah, I guess so. But
And
yeah, of course you can use whatever you want.
the second thing is the 700 is not bad. They even have a 700 mini, I think now. But anyway, in any event, at scales, you have scale interface now, and
Yes,
with
yes, we do.
the
I
code
can go
label.
ahead and show you. We use a star scale and it's integrated into the pause.
Okay,
So you would just connect it via, you can do Bluetooth, but USB is easier.
okay,
You just plug it into the terminal, and once you weigh things on the scale, it'll put in the weight for the product. So let me pull back up Air Viewer, and I can show you how that works real quick. It'll just
okay.
be a
How
second.
about Type 2 barcode labels? Do you?
Yes, that's supported, but I think you have to use. I'm not sure if it's supported by the PAX devices themselves. I think you have to use one of our scanners, and the scanner that we offer is the Star BSH-30U scanner. And that supports type, oh no,
Can you print it out?
BSH-20U scanner, and it offers the type 2 barcode. Oh, label supports printing
Yeah.
or scanning.
Both scanning and
For
printing.
scanning, yes. For printing, like I said, right now we just have a little bit
And
of a rudimentary label printing option. About at the end of the month, we're gonna have a more robust label printing where you can select different types of barcodes
okay,
and also have more configurability um, with what's actually being presented on the label.
okay, all right, cool. All right.
Yeah. I'll show you the scale real quick. It'll just take me a second to get the air viewer. But yeah, here we go.
Can you update your price list with the scale and stuff so we know, you know, or do we buy it from you? Or we buy it from Star or distributors, whatever.
You can buy it from us. If you'd like to purchase one, you can send a message to Caesar. He
Yeah,
helps with all the
if
sales and
you
he can
have it on
help
your
walk you
price
through all
list,
that.
just send the up when you have it on your price list, just send the updated price list out. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, let me get the scale uh, shown for you on Air Viewer. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. So here we are back, and then let me just plug in the scale into this terminal here.
So how can I get a copy of not only this presentation, but this demo
This
file?
demo, it's recorded. So it's
Oh,
gonna
I don't
be.
mean the demo. I mean the actual application to load on a PAX A920 or some sort of demo program.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do offer demos. If you, I'm not sure if you have Caesar's email or pretty much any of our emails. You can just send a request there, and we can set you up with that, and
Okay.
you'll have access to a demo version of this software, which you'll have all the same function ability and everything like that, but just in the demo instance. But yeah, and you can go through and test it how you'd like. So all you have to do for sorry, I was just doing it now. For the scale, it has a USB-C to USB Type A connection, and then you just connect the USB-A to the terminal, and it gives the scale power, and it also connects the two devices. So after that, you would just turn on the scale, and you can have 3 units. Currently, you can do pounds, ounces, and then kilograms for the scale, and then the products that interact with it. Um, so let me go
They
here.
gotta get them inspected by weights and measures, don't they? At least in Florida, I think they do.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can you repeat that?
Huh?
Are you able to repeat that?
They have to get those scales inspected by the county or the state's weights and measures department, I believe, right? Or maybe it's only a certain, maybe if it's in,
Um,
yeah.
I couldn't tell you on that compliance issue, but I mean it's a
No,
pretty reliable.
they put the sticker on it, so it's
Yes. Oh, yeah, they're inspected by uh by Star, that
oh,
company.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Um, so yeah, once you get to like plug it in and everything like that, you can use one of the sell by weight items
Right.
here. So we have this steak, or actually let me show you how to set up with the
Mhm.
item itself. I think that might be a little bit better. Um, so here again, we're in the item configuration menu, and you can set up everything like this. But what's important for the sell by weight items is you go to the more settings, and then you enable sell by weight here,
Mhm.
and you can select the unit. So for this one, we'll do ounces. How about that? Uh, and of course, once you're done, you just hit save successfully, and now you can go back to the sales menu, and it'll be automatically updated and everything like that. And then let me just make sure that the scale is on the same ounces as the
Do you
product.
have a way of putting in what they call the tear weight, or are you even still required to do that? The container weight's got to be subtracted from not so much for this, but for like salads, coleslaw,
Yes.
um,
Um, you
maybe
can through the pause. That would no.
like a yogurt.
Through the pause, no, but of course through the scale you can set it to zero
Right,
with a with a container on it.
right.
Um, but yeah, here, let me just turn on the scale real quick. And once you plug it in, it'll like detect it for it being connected, and you can hit use scale and then connect it. And then it'll show up here for USB. It's the MG-T30 scale. You just select it, and oh, let me have the correct unit on the scale real quick.
All right, I believe it. I mean, I've seen this before, but it is available now. Right.
Oh yes, yes. But yeah, you would just select the correct unit on the scale, and it will give the weight there. Um, But yeah, that's about it for the scale too. But of course, if you want to kind of like dive into the software yourself, you can definitely set up a demo with Caesar.
I just need my own demo. I need I had one on an E500 I had 3 or 4 years ago. I got rid of that, but yeah, I need a demo running on either my laptop or tablet if you can, or that would be the best option, or
Yeah,
E7.
we're for Android tablets.
Yeah, yeah.
We're getting put on the Play Store very shortly. It just takes some time. Um, just working with Google and
Do you have a demo
Android.
database when you get in the Play Store, or am I going to have to build my own? Or you can send me a database, right?
No, you'll be set up with a database and everything like that. But yeah, you'll be able to speak with Caesar and they can help you a little bit more thoroughly um, with that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I sell 3 products on Android. I sell Clover, which of course I can't demo off of a tablet. I have to use the device. And I sell Heartland Restaurant POS, which I can, and demo off the device. And but if I could demo this off the device, that'd be great. Off the tablet, rather, instead of lugging my
Yes,
$100.
yes. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of time before it gets approved and gets published on the store, but it should be. I mean, it was done a while ago, so it shouldn't be more than a few weeks
Okay.
before it gets published. So, yeah.
uh, Okay.
All
Otherwise,
right.
catch
Oh,
up.
yes.
If you give me a good demo, I have an E700 and an Elise terminal in our office. So if I can load one on there for now.
Yeah, yeah, you can definitely do that. We can set up like pretty much a very similar store to this one. This is like our demo store with different types of products and stuff like that. And you can go through and see everything and then of course ask any questions and we can
Okay.
help you with that.
Okay. All right, cool. We want to get it going because we're giving these terminals away we're basically giving away the software.
All
Giving
right.
them
Yeah.
regardless of the number of terminals, just charging for the hardware. So it's a good deal for the merchant, especially now with Clover going up in price, and who knows what Pax is going to be going up to with these tariffs. So if we can come out with a deal like this, we can keep the cost of POS down below 40, $50 a month, all in per terminal.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
compete against Harbortouch or SkyTab. They're in there 29.99, but they're mostly restaurants. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Any more questions? Let's see. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'll give maybe another minute or so for anyone to raise their hand or ask any questions, and I'll be able to help you with that. Um, but if not, yeah. If you have anything else that you want to see or do a demo, definitely you can reach out to Caesar, and he'll set you up with all that. Um, yeah. All right.
Well, thank you.
I guess that concludes it. Thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate speaking with you. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.